So, Rod, what was it like for you when you had to play in this kind of weather when you were either in the NFL or in college?
It was imperative that you hydrated throughout the week, and it didn't end there. It started last night, and then also began today as well. And I had a lot of pickle juice throughout the game, and even some IVs at halftime to get me through these fuller elements.
Old school pickle juice, huh?
Yeah, pickle juice. That was my go-to.
No Gatorade? Powerade, any of those aids?
Gatorade was high school. I moved on to the pickle juice.
Okay.
And other little electrolyte powders and things of that nature. They have a lot at their disposal now.
All right, we're getting ready to kick off here. Briscoe with the kickoff. And that one sails through the end zone. Kick went out of bounds. So Florida State will start with good field position. Gavin Sawchuk in the backfield with him. Sawchuk right up the gut, has a big hole, streaking down the sideline and tripped up inside the 25-yard line. An explosive play out of the gate for Florida State. 40-yard gain and a first down.
This starts up front. Luke Pettibon and Richard Leonard and these guards, they work really well in the double team to create space for their Sawchuk.
They toss it again to Sawchuk. He breaks a tackle. Gets down inside the... Castellanos keeps another hole on the right side, and Castellanos dives
away, and so he ends up carrying it out and picks up a large gain because of it.
Check that, a gain of 10, so first down and goal from the 4. Sawchuk in the end zone, touchdown. And just like that, Florida State strikes first. A 4-yard plunge for Sawchuk, and the Noles strike quickly.
You see here the identity of this drive is run, run, run. Get behind your best offensive player, Luke Pettibon, and he is going to...
So only a minute 21 off the clock, 4 plays, 65 yards for the touchdown for Florida State. Extra point is up and good. So Weinberg will kick it off for Florida State. And now we'll see Tony White's defense coming out in just a sec. Wayne Harris and Darylis Clark set to receive for Kent State. And they'll begin. We highlighted the combination of DeShields and Wolford at the top of the broadcast. DeShields will sling it. He's mobile. He can move around the pocket as well as get outside of it. And he fumbles the snap right out of the gate and taken down at the 18-yard line. Justin Cryer unblocked, a 7-yard loss.
Justin Cryer off the edge. Makes a good play for this Florida State defense to start this game. And if you're...
Cryer, the junior from Katy, Texas, Royal High School, with the play there. DeShields on 2nd and 17, pump fakes over the middle, complete.
This is where Florida State's defense comes to life. Third downs, they're stingy. For you to win, you have to convert.
3rd and 9. Florida State bringing numbers. They throw to the outside to Wolford, but he's just the punter. Now, Buffalo did block a punt last week against Kent State. And Florida State will back off on this one. Durkin over the head of Lucas. This one takes a Kent State bounce. And they save it before it gets in the end zone, down to the 4-yard. Most of the first half against East Texas A&M 2 weeks ago. Florida State coming off a bye. Castellanos goes to the air, takes a deep shot, and hauled in by Makai Danzy, already in Kent State territory. The 400-meter record holder in the ACC gets a 47-yard grab.
Makai Danzy, he runs a post route versus quarters coverage, and the defender comes over, but he doesn't track the ball well, and Danzy goes up to grab it at the highest point.
Castellanos keeps it and tripped up. DJ Barnes.
Kai Danzy, he's just putting his speed on display and runs right by Muhammad, and the defender backside almost made the play, but it didn't matter because Danzy believed in himself and he high pointed it, and he made a heck of a grab.
2nd and 3 for Florida State. They hand it off, and they pick up the
They were very high on this young man. They said he's an explosive player.
And Singleton this time chopped down after the line of scrimmage. Sawchuk back, bounces it outside, breaking a tackle, gets near the marker. And 1st and 10 from the 27 for the Noles. 4 for 62 for Sawchuk already. They go to the air, on time and complete to Boggs. Near the marker, by the way, a Gus Malzahn recruit at UCF. Says he's ahead of schedule already, the freshman. Sawchuk bullies his way forward.
A chance.
Castellanos with time. Now he's going to run for it. He's got a clear lane. End zone touchdown. Thomas Castellanos with the 12-yard scamper, and the Noles up 2 scores.
This is why they're a dangerous football team. Who do you choose to stop? Castellano is so mobile that he's able to avoid the pressure up in the interior. He found a lane, and then he found the end zone right afterwards.
8 plays, 95 yards, 3:23 off the clock for Florida State. Florida State, and we have flags on the field.
Snap infraction. Offense number 32. 5-yard penalty. Still the try.
So they snapped it to Marquiston Douglas, and that's the snap infraction. Marquiston Douglas, the veteran tight end, 5th-year senior out of Brownsville, Tennessee. So Florida State, by the way, has scored on 22 drives. Or excuse me, they have 22 drives on the season. 18 times they've scored thus far. That's touchdowns and field goals. Low snap. Weinberg boots it through, though. 14-0. Jake Weinberg to kick it off for Florida State. Wayne Harris and Darius Clark, number 30, back to return the kick. Darius Clark, one of 8 children who were adopted by his mom, Josie, recently. So here's Drew DeShields. The offense didn't look bad, Rod, other than that bad snap. DeShields is going to take a deep shot. He's got a man. It's caught. Deshaun Martin headed to the end zone. Touchdown. 75 yards. A little deception there by DeShields.
What an answer to come out from DeShields in this offense. And it was just that, George. He gave a run fake, very clever with the football, holding it and then coming back and finding Deshaun Martin over the top. And that, again, has to address the defensive backs. Poor eyes. They went upfield too soon, and the result is a touchdown.
Risco for the extra point is up and good.
Tough start.
Kickoff he gets elevated to being the head coach full time. So 14 combined points in the last 11 seconds of this game. Castellanos goes to the air. He goes deep. He hits his man in stride. It's Danzy again, down to the 10. A 65-yard connection from Castellanos to Danzy.
Again, one-on-one on the outside. This time they go to the other corner, Rollison, and Danzy just has too much speed. These cornerbacks have to give a little bit more cushion when you're lining up next to Danzy.
Castellanos keeps, breaks a tackle, and walks into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard score for Castellanos, and Florida State wasting no time, taking a 2-score lead again.
Why not call your leader's number again in Castellanos? This is a design QB run around the side, picks up good blocking, and he does the rest himself.
2 plays, 75 yards, 35 seconds off the clock. Extra point is up and good. Jake Weinberg. We've got a barn burner here. These two teams putting up points very quickly.
Yeah, this poor tackling by the Kent State defense.
He's certainly that. We've already documented he is the record holder for the 400 meter for the ACC. And a 2-time state champion, the 200 and 400 as well when he was in high school. Getting his first start at receiver today. Weinberg boots it. And their best offensive lineman, their center Dustin Morell, is not in this game. Ashton Rivera is starting at center. Jackson Dunn is at right guard where Rivera normally plays. Gavin Garcia makes a man miss. Shifty in the backfield.
Has to find a way just to settle down, throttle down, to hold that edge a little better.
2 tight end set for Kent State. The golden flashes. You see those Charger-like helmets that they're wearing today. Old school Charger-like helmets. Garcia again on the ground. And this time met.
I'll be expecting Tony White to send some pressure, make it uncomfortable for DeShields.
3rd and 5 for DeShields and company. DeShields incomplete. Intended for J.J. It's a 3 and out for the Golden Flashes, their second of the game. Durkin boots this one, spiraling punt. Taken by Lucas, going backwards. And taken down. Mike Norvell was talking him up a ton leading into this game, said he would get some playing time, and we're seeing him early today. Castellanos on the run and takes a hit.
To find a way to slow them down early, because once they get in the rhythm, they're dangerous.
Cam Davis now in the backfield, but Castellanos keeps, and this time wrapped
What you
up.
have to do right here is you have to play top down as a defender, rally and make the tackle.
Castellanos with time, throws to the sideline, complete at the marker. Will he have enough? Yes.
Right at the sticks.
Castellanos back to the sideline, and this time met him. 2nd and 2. High-paced action here in the first quarter. Castellanos wants it all, and too far for his intent. They hand it off to Sawchuk, and Sawchuk will have the first.
I mean, everything says run. You got to get tighter. More guys in the box to be able to stop Florida State.
They give it to Sawchuk out in reverse now, going the other way. Florida State, a lot of green grass there for Danzy. He turns the corner. See you later. Touchdown, Seminoles. 64 yards. Danzy breaks records in the ACC in track. He's breaking Kent State hearts tonight.
Gus Malzahn is a confident coach. This is the same play 3 plays ago that the Golden Lashes broke up, and he said, you know what, I'm going to run it again. And he just picked up some good blocking. And again, he's running the 200 around the corner. And once he picks up speed, I mean, he picks him up, puts him down better than anyone right now that I've seen in the country.
The 7th play of 50-plus yards this season for Florida State. Extra point is up and good. 28-7. Florida State over Kent State. Rod, this team, and I understand the level of competition here is not necessarily on par. I understand that. But when you play a team with lesser talent from a smaller conference, you're supposed to do this, and Florida State looks the part for sure thus far this season.
They passed the eye test for me as I looked at them closely over their short season thus far. You see this repeatedly. It doesn't matter if it's Alabama or it's Kent State. This offense is special, and they have a lot of talent around them.
When we talked to Mike Norvell this week, you know, it's funny, we asked him about what they did during the bye week, and he said, look, competitive situations, 2-minute drills, special teams, you know, crowd noise, re-emphasized that this is about them, no matter who the opponent is. And because you think about it, they haven't done any of that stuff, particularly the 2-minute stuff. They haven't had to do it yet this season, even against Alabama.
They're very intentional behind the bye week. He set up competitive situations like you spoke about, things that he knows are going to come up very soon. Even though we haven't experienced a game like, I'm going to create that game-like atmosphere for you at practice, and we're going to be good on good, and it's going to pay dividend for us.
The ball blown off the tee because the winds are picking up. Garcia showing some shiftiness, a flag.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 89, 15-yard penalty.
So 1st and 23. Garcia pushing forward though. He's a tough runner. They've talked about since they've gone to the outside zone. He's another kid who dealt with an injury last year, much like DeShields. Didn't play much. DeShields rolling out, hit as he throws, incomplete, as it hit one of his offensive linemen, it looked like.
Intentional grounding, offense number 12. The penalty is a spot foul. It includes a loss of down. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, well, I mentioned he threw it to one of his offensive linemen. So 3rd and 23. They toss it to Mulder. First 4 drives, they have the 1 touchdown to Deshaun Martin. Durkin out of his end zone again. They had a punt block last week against Buffalo. Florida State lining up like they're coming after it. And whistles on the field.
Go ahead, Gabe. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Oh boy.
In coverage.
So 4th and 27. Now Durkin is back deep in his end zone. Florida State comes after it, almost gets it. Lucas will let it bounce and rolls out of
The right one.
177 yards, rush yards for Florida State. And another run here by Sawchuk. Castellanos on the run again and slides near the 20-yard line. The 15. 17-yard gain. Let's see if it holds.
Personal foul, defense, 15-yard penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It's an automatic 1st down.
More as a defender there.
So it's now ball on the 11. 1st down. Sawchuk to the outside and hit out at the 2-yard line. Sawchuk stretches forward, touchdown. What a first quarter by Florida State. Aiden Burgess had him for a second, but he broke that tackle and then extended for the score.
Sawchuk just with the second effort, he did that himself. He's not an easy man to bring down. You're going to need more than one defender to stop Sawchuk.
.88 yards for Sawchuk already. The extra point is good. Florida State dominating the first quarter. It's pretty elementary stuff, but he's not wrong about it, Rod.
Absolutely. It doesn't get any more simple than that. It's just find a way.
Garcia, and this time wrapping
when he needs to.
Shields running for his life there, throws towards the sideline, wisely out of bounds. First quarter since 2000. You have to go back to Middle Tennessee. Back in 2015, they had 369 against Charlotte. Let's see what this offense does for Kent State here. And they make a completion near the 4th and 1. Crowd getting loud. Garcia picks it up. Gets the first in. So their second first down of the game. DeShields throwing off his back foot deep down the field. His receiver falls incomplete. I feel like in a flag on the play at the 40. I feel like DeShields ran out of the pocket a little too early.
On the outside there was a double move, George, and that's why there was some interference because he had him. But good thing the defender there got his hands on him.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 16, 15-yard penalty, and an automatic first down.
Jose Kimbrough now in the backfield. That's Kent State's first play in Florida State territory today.
With a double move, that starts to loosen you up just a little bit. You don't play as tight.
DeShields, another shot. No, incomplete. 0 for 4 on third downs today. I mean, this is 4-down territory, though, if you're Kent State. They've already gone for it once. So you just want positive yardage. And they take another deep shot, and too far from Mark. Fourth punt for Durkin. Lucas. Oh, he gets hit. And the ball bounces in the end zone. No flags. Crowd not happy about that particular play. They certainly have to be happy with the scoreboard.
Played with, so it's just an amazing feeling to just be a part of that group.
Speaking of guys you played with, fellow national champion Jameis Winston also inducted alongside you. What does that mean to be inducted next to your teammate and friend?
That's just like getting up. My favorite moment is winning the national championship. You know, being able to face adversity with my guys and come back and win that game.
The game-winning touchdown drive in the final minute. Kelvin Benjamin obviously made that big catch at the end there, and Florida State won their last national championship in the 2013 season. The game played in January of 2014. Deuce Robinson, Mekhi Danzy this week has done his best to do a Deuce Robinson impersonation. 2 catches for 112 yards. Not to mention, he's got a touchdown on the ground on a reverse, too. Castellanos fires over the middle and connects. Florida State continues to move the ball with ease. Castellanos back to the air, and this one intercepted. C.J. Young taken down in Florida State territory. And the Golden Flashes.
Think about Castellanos being such a short stature, that ball doesn't travel as high.
On this season on August 30th, where they beat FCS Merrimack. But again, they like what they're building here with Coach Mark Carney. Garcia moves forward. Florida State has brought back their starting defensive unit. There had been some changes there. A reverse goes nowhere. So here we go, 3rd and 9. DeShields to the sideline, complete, and picks up the first 9-yard gain. Kimbrough in the backfield now with DeShields. Kimbrough up the middle. Garcia checks back in at tailback. 2nd and 7 for the Flashes. DeShields checks it down, picks up 4. This has been the longest drive time-wise for either team. High snap, they get it to Garcia, and 4th and 4. DeShields, he's going to run for it and taken down from behind. Be an app. If you look at the ACC in soccer, particularly women's soccer, a bunch of teams in the top 10. We have a run here by Chroma, the freshman, breaking tackles and lunging on his last drive through an interception to C.J. Young. 420 total yards for Florida State. Chroma again. Chroma fighting.
It's fighting for extra yards, making them hard to tackle.
236 yards on the ground for Florida State already. And they do everything on this offense with the run game, setting up the pass game. And a bounce to the outside. Chroma tripped up for first down on 33 total plays for Florida State. Castellanos on the roll, and that one batted down. It's offense like a hot knife through butter thus far in this one. Castellanos on the play fake. Rolls, completes to Cam Davis, and he gets tripped up. The receivers are Robinson and LaWayne McCoy, the sophomore from Miami. Sawchuk this time. Churning his legs, picks up
the offensive line brothers.
He took Mason Woods for a ride there. Castellanos fires, complete to LaWayne McCoy, that sophomore we mentioned earlier. Sawchuk tripped up. Obviously, worst case scenario for this Florida State team is due to lightning. We're all clear now. 35-7 Florida State leading Kent State. Players are getting ready to get back on the field here momentarily. Just a quick note here as Rodney McLeod, George Sedano with you here. Victoria Arlen will join us in just one moment. That lightning delay has acted as our halftime. So we will play out the remainder of the second quarter here. 2 minutes and 39 seconds. We'll have a 2-minute timeout. We'll finish out the quarter. And then after that, we will take a break and then go to the third quarter immediately after that short break. So that's the way this will go. Again, the lightning delay has acted as a true halftime. So
as he went down, he was being evaluated for a lower body injury, and he will not be returning to the game.
All right.
You have to get your bodies back together and warmed up again.
Singleton breaks free and into the end zone for a touchdown. Looks like Florida State's bodies are pretty warm right now, Rod.
They're picking up exactly where they left off. And the first play of this, the resume of the game, it doesn't surprise me that they go on the ground and they just find, again, right behind Luke Pettibon, creating room for Singleton, and it was pretty easily done, to be honest with you.
6th rush touchdown of the day for Florida State, 15th of the season. Extra point is up and good, and it's 42-7 Noles. Singleton, Florida State, has amassed 272 rush yards, their most in a first half since 2015. Carney, after his 3rd ACL tear, you gave him a 50-point perspective on what he needs to be held accountable for. It was basically a sprint. Coaches now, dad also a football coach, and mom involved in the school throughout his entire life. They hand it off, and whoa, taken down there is Garcia. About their process and making sure they get better and better each week at what they're supposed to do. And we see here Garcia chased down from behind. Not much time out, but that's certainly a good sign to see Castellanos running, Rod.
Very good sign. Not only the people on that sideline, but everybody in the stadium.
Yeah, whoever was left certainly cheered on that one. And DeShields, complete Virginia team that does some similar stuff to this Kent State offense. That's something Tony White told us, their defensive coordinator, Florida State's defensive coordinator, earlier this week.
Correct that, but it's a good test for your defense.
Yeah, certainly Virginia runs the ball very well. And this one, is it an interception? Is it the receiver? It looks to be an interception to Jerry Wilson. Fought for the ball and ripped it away. Intended target was Sebastian Brown, and Florida State turns away the Golden Flashes.
Good play by Jerry Wilson. He stayed in a very controlled back pedal as he was able to make a break on the quarterback's throw. And DeShields is throwing across the field. And here you are, Jerry Wilson, making him pay because of it. But just a clean break, anticipating this curl route that they've been running the past couple plays. And that's what you talk about, route recognition. And he went ahead.
Gotta love that, I'm sure. Sawchuk back in there. Sperry again in for Castellanos. Sperry down the field, too high for his non-contact, it looked like. Sperry, play fake on 2nd and 10. Attacks the sideline again, complete for a first down.
Grab on that sideline.
Florida State back on the move. Sperry has looked good in the opportunities we've seen him against East Texas A&M and here against Kent State. Sperry, pressure coming, and thrown down to the ground. And it's 2nd and 15, 18 seconds to go. Again, we will not take a halftime. The lightning delay serve does that. Lucas looking like lightning there as he gets the first down. 9 seconds to go. Florida State trying to tack on a few more. Sperry, pressure in his face, throws to the sideline, complete to Amari Williams, breaks a tackle and dives out of bounds with 3 seconds to go, picks up the first down. Jake Weinberg. And his attempt from 25 during a play near the sideline. Transfer from UTEP, as I mentioned. Not only a football player, but a track star as well. And genuinely curious to see how Kent State responds after seeing one of their own carted off. DeShields to the air, complete for a first down. To DeShields.
In the soft zone.
Gavin Garcia. So that is good news. Certainly, it was a very scary moment for sure here. And incomplete pass.
The direction.
He's going to Tallahassee Memorial for further testing. 3rd and 6 for Kent State. DeShields throws on the run, incomplete. To punt it. Florida State got close to one. Buffalo did block one last week against Kent State. Lucas will let this bounce, and it takes a Flones and E.J. Manuel. You got to check out that ACC Network football podcast. A run here to the outside. Kevin Sperry in at quarterback again here in the second half. Quick toss to the outside to McCoy. McCoy breaking tackles and getting taken down. Seems to be okay as he jogged back out to the sideline after the weather delay. But Sperry has looked good. And here he is again to Chroma, the freshman tailback, breaking a tackle and taken down, slammed down.
Checks, he's making the right reads, and the offense is still efficient because of it.
Sperry 3 of 4 for 55 yards in the air. They hand it off this time. Chroma weaving in and out of traffic, picks up.
To be that size, to be able to move his feet in the way that he does and make defenders miss is impressive.
6'1", 218-pound freshman. They hand it off. And Lucas breaking free and taken down inside the 5. Another 26 rushing yards for Florida State at the moment.
All right, you got room, stay back, room to the goal line.
Cam Davis now checks in the backfield. Davis lowers his head and Davis muscling his way in. Touchdown. Florida on a clinic.
Cam Davis, not a stranger of contact, says, give me the ball, I'll lower my pads, and the low man won, and he drives and fights for that extra yard and gets rewarded with a touchdown.
Jake Weinberg for the extra point. Their 7th rushing touchdown of the game for Florida State. Extra point is up and good.
And for the Hoos because it's the next one, but really it's an ACC conference play. And so if you want to change the outcome of your season, it starts tonight.
All right, time for our play. Sideline limped off to the locker room during the weather delay and then ran back out as we resumed play, and the crowd cheered him there. So seems to be better now. DeShields
Score, dabbing it up with all the boys.
All right, well, that's good, Victoria. Certainly good to see him out there. More importantly, when he ran out there, the way he sprinted out was impressive for sure. DeShields hands it off. Kimbrough picks up a time. We have not seen very much of Cade Wolford, let alone making an impact today.
Not at all. They have him circled and highlighted at all times, like you said.
And DeShields. B.J. Gibson's set back to receive. Florida State almost gets that one. Gibson will let it bounce. Takes a Florida State bounce at about the 43. Looked like a different player under Gus Malzahn and Mike Norvell. And an incompletion. Glenn taking a deep shot and sails it. Travis went down a number of years ago. And Glenn going back, flag on the play, free play. This one incomplete as Kent State couldn't haul it in, but Kent State looks to be offsides there.
Side. Defense number 58 was in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay third down.
That was the true freshman, Darian Buklewicz from New Jersey. And here's Glenn showing off his wheels, picks up a first. Sam Singleton back in, got some early action in this one after some mop-up duty against East Texas A&M. And here's Singleton. Gets hit, but bounces off the defender and still pushing forward.
And they fight for every single yard.
punishing.
Facing the fan type of tackle there as he stood up the running back.
Glenn on the keeper. Glenn tripped up and tackled from behind, but does tack just about 1,000 yards. They got nearly 400 today alone. Glenn on the inside draw to Cam Davis. Davis lowers the shoulder, picks up the first down, and gets near the 5. Derek Jackson, the freshman, took the brunt of that one. 24-yard gain.
Cam Davis, this man again is not running away from contact. He welcomes it, and he delivered a massive blow at the end of that run.
And that one batted down. So Glenn, empty backfield. Singleton, the tailback, in the slot. The bottom of your screen. Former UFC champion, former WWE champion. And Kent State trying to tackle Sam
As he got the handoff.
Glenn, easy touchdown to Landon Thomas, his tight end, the sophomore from Georgia.
The tight end Landon Thomas comes across. He's been kicking out these defenders all day versus the run, but instead he went to the flat, and here he was for a touchdown. I know if you coach Cherokee, he wasn't supposed to be that wide open. Somebody lost their eyes and was playing for run.
Weinberg for the extra point. Up and good. This first weeks ago, and has been fighting for his life, Rod.
He's really put things in perspective. You can take nothing for granted.
No doubt, Victoria. We have a new quarterback for Kent State. Nolan Good, the freshman, getting some opportunities. Nolan.
High school, and to come in this setting right now, this is a good time to take full advantage of the opportunity that's presented to you.
And you see there a little wiggle, but
again, another guy that's been through some challenges and understands, again, every play matters.
3rd and 10 for Good. Tosses it to Kimbrough. He's got some room and dives forward. Kimbrough, a converted running back from wide receiver. So him and Cade Wolford did the opposite. They toss to Kimbrough here, and Kimbrough slammed down to the ground by A.J. Cottrell, a former walk-on himself. Gavin Garcia back.
Him to have a chance at picking up this first down.
Good with good protection, gets it to Wolford, but short of the stick. And the true freshman showed you some stuff. Oh, Florida State bumps into Durkin, the punter. So Gibson running it back, but that one should be enough for a first down. Willie Suarez ran into Charlie Durkin, because it was 4th and 4.
Yeah, poor decision by Florida State.
51
Suarez.
51-yard punt, 17-yard return. But we'll see if indeed.
And an automatic first down.
So the 15-yard variety, very positive dude. So for you to get him fired up like that, he just does not want to see those kind of mistakes. So Nolan Good back out there with the offense. And you know what? Mark Carney knows better than the broadcasters, because his team ended up with the ball anyway. Good changing the play at the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 5. Time ticking here at the end of the 3rd. They hand it off to Kimbrough. Kimbrough.
You guys really answered the call. So we had a good week of practice, and you've been able to transition that here to the game. And just proud of the way our guys are going to work. Look forward to this next quarter.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
All right, thanks so much. Go home.
All right, thank you so much.
It's a total package. They do it in a number of ways.
Good. The freshman sidearms one to Christian Berry, the tight end, breaking tackles. And
Hebert getting a scholarship because of everything he does on the day-to-day. And now he's out here flying around, making plays.
Good throws, nobody home. So 2nd and 10 for Nolan Good. They hand it off this time to Marcus Hicks, who checks in for the conference schedule. They've already played Buffalo. They feel like they can be competitive because guys have actual experience. Good sidearms one again. This one's here, the Golden Flashes. Briscoe kicks it and sneaks it forward to that one. First ever meeting, Rod. That's what you get when you expand. We have a kick out of bounds. Florida State has scored touchdowns on 19 of their last 22 drives here the last 2 games. Inside handoff to Singleton. Bouncing off defenders, has it up for the...
How does Mike Norvell's team respond in an unfamiliar element? Not the comfortability of your home stadium.
Yeah, first time on the road for the Noles. Zay Parks gets the carry and gets into Kent State territory. And snapped there in Charlottesville. Jalen King checking in at quarterback now for Florida State. And you see him right up the gut.
To that this year.
Handoff up the middle to Singleton, spun around.
Big 2.
Oh, and he collides there with his tailback and then gets hit pretty hard. I see a potential top 10 meeting, maybe even a top 5 meeting, potentially, depending on how things shake out. Singleton bursts through. Touchdown. 37-yard score.
As you see, that's why Singleton's in his football game, because he has the capabilities to take it the distance. And there was a lot of room on that left side, and he hit it without hesitation.
Roy's on for the extra point.
That's the 8th rushing touchdown for Florida State. That is an FSU record. And Singleton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 10 carries, 86 yards. Extra point by Royce is up and good. 66-10. Florida State, the ground game, impressive. You see Mike Norvell happy for Sam Singleton. And Mike Norvell pleased with his squad. It's Parents' Weekend here, so as I was mentioning before the touchdown run by Singleton, they are looking to go to Charlottesville on a Friday night, and if they can come out of that one unscathed, as Nolan Good, the freshman, trying to turn the corner and gets taken down. Not much. The state of Florida against each other growing up at all the different levels, from Pee Wee football through high school and into college. Marcus Hicks and a face mask there. That one's an easy call. Tylon Lee, as his helmet gets ripped off. Hicks.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 96, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Personal foul penalty.
I love that about Mike Norvell. He coaches to the very end until that clock hits 0, he's going to coach his guys up and coach them hard.
Nolan Good, incomplete. Throws a guy every season. Cal's playing great. Jaron Chiave, Sangapolo-Tele. I mean, some say he may be the best quarterback in the...
Been tough. He's been very helpful in their play.
Georgia Tech, an incomplete pass. By the way, NC State, I mentioned we're 3-0. And they're trailing right now at Duke. Late in the fourth quarter, down by 12. And they get the ball back here on offense. Jalen King, transfer from Gardner-Webb in East Tennessee, getting his first Knowles action. And he takes a shot down the field, incomplete.
To, again, that Florida State brand of football we're all accustomed to seeing.
Zay Parks on the draw, makes somebody miss. Weaving in and out, gets to the sideline and picks up positive yardage. Nyland Brown chased him out. 7 on third downs today. King gonna try to make it 8 for 8. He's gonna have to run for it. Flag on the play trailing. He picks up the first down, but there's a flag on the 16-yard line on the left hash. So we'll see what that's about.
Holding. Offense, number 72. The penalty will force half the distance to the goal. Replay third down.
Playing mistake-free football and always going forward.
So 3rd and 15. They hand it off to Parks. He's got a big hole. Turns the corner down the sideline, and they are first downs on the ground. Parks again into the teeth of the defense. Picks up about Jalen King. But to your point, Rod, on 2nd and 6, Gus Malzahn, who we saw a moment ago on the screen, he told us, you know, this offensive line has a lot of experience.
As a unit, and it's all started by, like I said, Luke Pettibon earlier. He's at the center of it all.
And 3rd down, and they pick it up and then some. Jeremiah Johnson, barring something insanely nuts here, they're going to break that here pretty shortly, maybe on this run. Parks driven down. Lineman Richie Leonard IV, who you saw there a moment ago, who was named to the All-State AFCA Good Works team on Tuesday.
Later this season, he is going to be going down to that same center and giving out packages to cancer patients there. And he is the definition of Coach Norvell's 3 core principles: service, sacrifice, and respect.
No question, Victoria. And the more time they spent there, they realized, oh, this is totally real. And him and Deuce certainly felt comfortable with letting Deuce come here to Florida State, which is his alma.
They do good.
So Florida State's offense is done for the day. Kent State will take the ball here, and they will run it, and that should do it. Florida State on offense, 772 total yards, the most in 25 years. 495 rush yards is a school record. So Florida State dominates this one, breaking records, doing things they haven't done in 25 years, and most importantly, they improved to 3-0, Rod.